Well, hello, dear. My name is Latrice Sampson Richards. I am your life enhancement coach, and I'm super excited to be here with you for day 3 on our road to transformation. The last 2 days have been awesome and amazing. The feedback that I've gotten from you all has been great. I'm glad that you are getting benefit. And listen, girl, we just getting started, okay? So we're going to run right on into today's topic. Today's topic is how to accept responsibility without losing momentum. Now, I really wanted to talk about this topic today as we are beginning the road to transformation, because so many of us, well, as you know, I am a huge proponent of taking ownership of your choices, taking responsibility for your life and for the decisions that you've made. You know, we have to accept ownership for the role that we play in getting our lives to where it is. For some of us, when we take ownership for our choices, it puts us into a really dark and negative space, because instead of seeing those choices as, you know, things that we did or actions that we took or based on circumstances or whatever it might be, or as learning lessons to get us to where it is that we're trying to go, we see it as further confirmation of why we're not worthy, why we're not enough, why we ain't shit, ain't never gonna be shit, and you know what I'm saying? Never been shit. You get what I'm saying? And so for some of us, taking responsibility causes us to shut down, and it stunts our ability to continue to transform. All right. So I wanted to talk about this today because it is possible for you to take responsibility and to accept responsibility for who you are, for your choices, for your decisions, good, bad, and other, while also continuing to move through your change journey. And in fact, those two go hand in hand. You know, like your change journey requires you to be able to accept responsibility. So I want to talk today about how do we get to that place. I have 3 steps for you on how to accept responsibility without losing momentum. So we're going to go ahead and jump on in. The first step is to separate your blocks from your obstacles. Now, let me do a quick explanation of the difference between blocks and obstacles. In my opinion, blocks and obstacles are like 2 sides of the same coin, okay? They work hand in hand, but they are different, okay? So blocks are originated within you, okay? Obstacles are originated outside of you. Now, your blocks are things like your mental and emotional, turmoils, like things that those negative thoughts that you have, negative feelings that you have. I ain't shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. You know, that kind of stuff, right? I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. Nobody is ever gonna love me. Or the sadness, the depression, all of that negativity that you hold that stunts your ability to really be able to move forward. Okay, those are your blocks. They speak to what exists inside of you, because the things that exist inside of you are eventually going to exist outside of you, because we create the world that we exist in. Yes, so those are blocks. Blocks originate within you. Obstacles originate outside of you. Now, that doesn't mean that they're outside of your control or that they, like it's nothing that you can do about them. It just means that they do not have anything to do with who you are as a person. So your obstacles are going to be things like financial difficulties, housing difficulties, transportation needs and stuff like that. Obstacles are things that originate outside of you that is basically a problem that needs to be solved, okay? It's important for us to understand the difference between these two, because depending on the origin of the thing that you are facing is going to determine how you respond to it, okay? Because you're going to respond very differently to an emotional need than you are to an external, kind of skill set or skill-based or activity-based kind of need. You get what I'm saying? An emotional or a mental need, a block, requires some introspection. It requires some healing. It requires maybe going and talking to somebody. You get what I'm saying? A obstacle requires action. Okay? Action and action steps. Right? So if I have a financial obstacle, then I need to put a plan in place in order to overcome that obstacle. Does that make sense? It doesn't say anything about who I am. It's money. Money is not me. Money doesn't have anything to do with who I am as a person. It doesn't speak to my character. Okay? Now, not having money is an obstacle, right? But spending all your money every time you have a strong emotion, that's a block. Two sides of the same coin. Different, but connected. Okay? Step number 2 is to confront your blocks and address your obstacles, okay? And so in confronting your blocks, you want to start with the negative thoughts or emotions that are most directly connected to what it is you're trying to manifest in that moment, all right? So what is it that I am trying to do? What is it that I'm trying, in what way am I trying to transform? And what is the thought process that is directly preventing me from doing that? That is where you begin in terms of your confrontation. You have to confront those negative thoughts because confrontation yields resolution, okay? And if you are not resolving these things, then you are going to continue to experience them over and over again. And that is what stunts your transformation growth, okay? So start with the negative thoughts and feelings that are most closely connected to the thing you're trying to do in that moment. And then see where that takes you. The goal is to address all of them. Of course, that's the goal. But you have to start somewhere. And you're trying to continue to make progress as you do that. Okay? Address the obstacles that are most closely connected to the goal that you're trying to manifest. So what am I trying to do in this moment? How am I trying to transform? What is this transformation that I'm working toward? I want to get my degree. Okay. What are the obstacles in place that are preventing me from getting my degree? All right. Obstacles are situations that require, or problems that require responses. All right. Make a plan, address it. Which brings us to step number 3, which is continue to take action. You have to keep moving, okay? Even if you slow down, that's okay. Keep moving though, okay? And I know for myself included, and for a lot of us, we struggle with this because we have in our mind like this invisible ass timeline, of how long it's supposed to take us to finish something or to complete something. We base this off of some random figures or some random understanding, and we don't always give ourselves the chance that we need to really be able to address these things, right? We feel like we have to stop all progress in order to address this, which makes us either not want to address it, or it causes us to take that much longer to reach our goal because we're manifesting from a place of darkness. Okay? So take the time to address these things, slow down a little bit, but keep moving. Keep making decisions, keep making effort, keep making progress. All right? As a baby step is better than no step at all. Okay? Adjust your expectation for yourself. Make sure that it's realistic. Okay? All right. So those are your 3 tips or your 3 steps on how to accept responsibility without losing momentum, okay? You need to separate your blocks from your obstacles. You need to confront your blocks and address your obstacles. And above all else, you need to continue taking action. Keep moving. Keep doing things, even if you got to slow down. That's it for day 3. Thank you so much for joining me today. And make sure that you share comment, you know what I'm saying, all of that. Like my Facebook page and sign up to get your daily email reminders. All right? Love you. Bye.